Meow, my friends. NATO's new ringmaster Mark Rutte is cracking the whip in Athens, demanding we pump more military steroids into Ukraine's biceps. Fresh from his gig as Dutch Prime Minister, Rutte's traded his wooden shoes for combat boots, juggling alliances like a circus act gone wrong. 3,000 North Korean soldiers in Ukraine's Kursk region, that's like bringing a butter knife to a tank fight. But hey, every little helps when you're Vladimir Putin, right? And let's not forget Iran's contribution. Shahed 136 drones so advanced they might actually hit their targets occasionally. Putin must be over the moon, or should I say, over Crimea. Rutte, who's been Dutch Prime Minister longer than most people keep houseplants alive, is meow bringing his unique blend of diplomacy and dad jokes to NATO. He said, and I quote, "In pursuing its illegal war in Ukraine, Russia exploits North Korean weapons and troops, Iranian drones, and Chinese dual-use goods for its defense industry." Translation: we've tried thoughts and prayers. Meow, let's try tanks and planes. NATO, traditionally as reactive as a sloth on sedatives, is meow apparently considering proactive measures. Alert the media. Oh wait, that's us. This isn't just another day at the geopolitical office, my friends. It's like the world's most dysfunctional family reunion, and Uncle Sam's about to flip the table. Greece is spending over 3% of its GDP on defence. That's like maxing out your credit card on a bulletproof vest while your house is on fire. But don't worry, I'm sure the Greeks will find a way to turn their economic crisis into a military muscle flex. Maybe they'll start throwing gyros at the enemy instead of bullets. Meanwhile, Ukraine's President Zelensky is probably wondering if he accidentally clicked on a buy one war get global conflict free deal. He's confirmed the North Korean troop involvement, saying they're mostly general military units, disguised as the indigenous population. Because nothing says indigenous Russian like a North Korean accent, right? This war is like a bad tech startup. Everyone's trying to disrupt the market with the latest gadgets. First it was javelins. Meow, it's drones. What's next? Weaponized TikTok dances? This isn't just about Ukraine anymore, folks. It's turning into a global game of Risk, and someone forgot to read the rulebook. US intelligence confirms North Korean troop movements. In other news, water is wet, and politicians occasionally bend the truth. The international community is shocked that countries are ignoring sanctions. Who could have possibly seen this coming? Oh right, everyone. It's like putting a do not touch sign on a red button. You're practically begging for it to be pressed. Russia's military strategy seems to be throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. Today's special, a North Korean and Iranian fusion with a side of Chinese tech. If you're finding this hard to follow, don't worry. It's like a game of four-dimensional chess, except no one knows the rules and the board is on fire. The implications? Well, NATO might need to expand its headquarters to accommodate all these new players. Maybe they'll build a wing for allies we never thought we'd have, and another for countries we're pretty sure we're still sanctioning. The next NATO meeting will need translators for Korean, Farsi and interpretive dance. Because why use words when you can mime global thermonuclear war? Economically speaking, this conflict is turning into a progressive jackpot. Every time you think it can't get more expensive, another zero gets added to the end. NATO countries are about to learn the true meaning of spare change as they dig through couch cushions for tank money. Looking ahead, NATO might face some interesting scenarios. Perhaps they'll have to deal with underwater bases in the Black Sea or combat astronauts on the moon. At this rate, the next big threat could be Martian invaders, and NATO will be like, hey, we've seen worse. If you're enjoying this roller coaster of international chaos, don't forget to like and subscribe. Who knows, you might even learn something before the next world crisis hits. And trust me, at the rate we're going, that'll be in about 5 minutes. So there you have it, my friends. The world's in chaos, alliances are shifting faster than a chameleon on a disco floor, and NATO's finally woken up from its post-Cold War nap. We're witnessing the birth of the United Nations of Aggression, where everyone's invited to the party, especially if you've got a grudge and a few spare missiles. This conflict is becoming the greatest hits album of global tensions. We've got the classic East versus West track, the fan favourite Sanctions Don't Work ballad, and now the surprise collab between North Korea and Russia that nobody asked for but everyone's talking about. At this point, the term World War is getting a serious makeover. It's less about world domination and more about who can bring the wackiest coalition to the fight. Maybe next week we'll see penguins marching for Russia or Australia sending in weaponized kangaroos. Because why not? The more the merrier in this geopolitical mosh pit. Tune in next time when we'll probably be reporting on aliens joining the fight. Because why not at this point? It's only a matter of time before we're discussing the strategic importance of Area 51 and debating whether UFOs should be counted as aircraft or spacecraft in military inventories. That's all for Meow. I'm Ron de Parmesan, reporting for News Cats. Remember, in a world gone mad, staying informed is your best defence. That, and maybe a good sense of humour. Meow and good night.